What's up guys, I'm Jeremy Johnson from Well Tech Designs, and I have an awesome video that you guys are going to want to make sure you definitely stay to the end of this thing, because what are we doing today? We're going to tow with your Chevy Express van. You guys always want to be able to tow. You guys ask us a ton of questions on our Instagram, on YouTube. How do these vans tow? But not only how do these vans tow, but wait a second, let's listen to this behind me. Oh wait, that's the sound of the small 2.8 liter turbo diesel in the new Chevy Express vans, right? A lot of you guys love this, the idea of getting the great fuel economy in this small engine if you're not wanting the 6.0 gas, but you want to know, does it tow? Well, today, that's what we're gonna find out. I don't even know yet. This is all new to me too, so make sure that you guys stay tuned to this video. What we're also done is, if you've missed this video, also I'm gonna throw up a card right here, and that's gonna be us doing a comparison with the 6.6 diesel versus the 2.8 liter diesel, towing the same two things. So first, what are we gonna start off with? Drum roll. What a boat. Dude, who doesn't want a boat, right? You all want a boat. You want to go hang out on the lake, on the river, in the ocean, go fishing, go skiing. That's what you want to do. Go hang out, right? So if you're looking to tow a boat, and this boat is coming in weighing about 4,700 pounds. So not the lightest boat, not the heaviest boat. We're 21-foot boat. And we're going to see how this thing tows just on the normal street. We're going to jump on the freeway, check out how the pickup is, and then we're gonna go up into the mountains a little bit and find a really nice grade and see how it does on that grade. Once we're done with that, what we're gonna do is then we're gonna hook up the massive beast, which is our 27-foot enclosed race trailer that Caden uses for all of his craziness. And I know you guys have been living under a rock, because I wish I could just push all of you guys over to Growing Up Garage and go and support Caden and all of his friends that are truly growing up garage, hanging out on the racetrack, hanging out with their parents. So please, please, please go over to Growing Up Garage and smash that subscribe button. Caden loves going over to that, taking a look at it and being like, Dad, I got new subscribers, yay! So super cool, super awesome. And you know what else is super cool is, if you missed the Titan fuel tank video, which if you have a 2.8 liter, you're probably not as worried about getting good gas mileage because you already get it. But we also added a Titan fuel tank to our other van. Boom, another card. That's it, I'm done jibber jabbering, let's go drive. All right guys, so right now I have the 2.8 liter hooked up to the boat, and we are on the highway towing, and you would not believe it. Right now, I'm looking down at the speedometer, and we are doing 100 towing this thing with no problem whatsoever. There it is. You see it, we're at 100, and this thing is just cruising right along. No problem whatsoever. I mean, geez, we don't even need the flux capacitor in this thing, dude. We're just cruising. Oh, wait a second. This is Dan Wong's van, JackPine paddle. He's from Canada, and all you crazy Canadians are in kilometers. Oh man, we thought we were just hauling ass. Really? We're only doing 60 miles an hour right now. But it was fun for a minute, you know, we were like, we're just flying guys, 100 miles an hour, everybody, 2.8 liter, get it. All right guys, but back to real life here. In the Chevy Express 2.8 liter Duramax engine, we have 4,700 pounds of awesome boat, as Austin beats up his phone right now because it won't do whatever he wants it to do. This is just craziness. Alright, so we're gonna get off the freeway, nice on-ramp right here so we can see really how it does with its, you know, initial acceleration towing the boat. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna test on how this thing accelerates, and we're gonna be getting on the freeway right now. And overall, I mean, the pickup is good. I mean, It's definitely not the same power as the 6.6, which is expected, you know? I mean, this thing is crazy, a lot smaller engine, but by the end of the off-ramp right there, we are at 100 miles an hour or 65 kilometers, or 6,500 kilometers or 65 miles per hour. See, you guys don't even have to do the translation, all you awesome people up in Canada, you know? Okay. But I'm gonna say, I mean, cruising 65 miles an hour right now, this drives really nice. I would have no problem towing 4,700 pounds, is that, and really I want to pass these cars, and I'm somewhat limited due to this car. But let's check the overall pickup. So let's say, you know, you want to go ahead and pass. I mean, I feel like it still has good power. It's still good pickup. We're accelerating, you know, no problem. You know, and it jumps up to, you know, 70, a little over 70 miles an hour in this Chevy Express 2.8 liter. I mean, no problem. Or we're about to hit 120 kilometers. And if you guys missed the video where we actually went over the build on this, I'm gonna throw up a card right here. That way you guys can check this out and see exactly what we did to this. Because this is not just a stock 2.8 liter anymore. This does have our 5-inch lift kit, and we are running a 285/70/17 tire. So not only have we bumped up the tire size dramatically, and this thing is still towing great. So I will pull up my GPS on my phone to make sure that we're getting an accurate speed, because I would be willing to bet that we're actually going faster than what the speedometer is even telling us, due to the larger diameter size tires that we're actually running. So let's check that out. All right guys, so I pulled up the app on my phone, which is telling us the speed at which we're going. And right now, according between the phone and the speedometer, we're actually about 5 miles an hour different. So we are actually going 5 miles an hour faster than what our speedometer says. So when we're doing 100 kilometers an hour, we're actually probably doing about 110 or at miles per hour, and I could be totally messing this up. So when we're doing 65 miles an hour, our speedometer is telling us that we are doing 60. So just something to think about when you do go to a bigger size tire. Your speedometer could be it could be off by a little bit. And then it changes once again if you end up putting gears in your van. And if you don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to the gears, we will have a video coming up that's going to talk about all about picking the perfect gear for your van. And I'm going to just throw up another card. We're probably running out of cards, you know, but if otherwise, eventually maybe there'll be one right here. So we are heading up to the part of this video that I really like, and that is going to be the part where we get to go up the mountain and see how this thing actually tows going uphill. So onward. All right guys, so we are at the bottom of this, and we are going to start going up this hill. So this will be the interesting part to see. I mean, really, I like how this thing does tow. I can feel, you know, obviously the boat behind us tracks really nice, and overall, I mean, this thing does great. In the rear, this does just have blocks and U-bolts and our Fox shocks, which seems to handle this really well. So as we start to go up this, we'll kind of see like if our speed decreases by quite a bit. I will notice the one thing this does have on it, not like the 6.0 gas like in my van, it actually has like a trailer mode where it will somewhat assist or not allow it to run in overdrive. This one just says exhaust brake, so it's going to help with braking. So, but we are going up the hill. We're staying at a pretty constant 65 miles an hour. I want to say that, I mean, it doesn't downshift at all. I'm sure if you went in manual mode, you might be able to. Our RPM is going to be at 3,000 RPM right now. But I mean, we have stuck to the 65 miles an hour, like all the way up this hill. I mean, really, it's towing really nice up this. I mean, most of you aren't really going to need to go faster than 65 and In some states, maybe you're only allowed, when you're towing a trailer, to be towing 55 miles an hour. But, I mean, we're stuck at 65 miles an hour. I don't think it has anything more unless you were to maybe manually shift it, and I don't know that you would want to do that. If you are a diesel specialist, which I am not, I mean, we're at 2,900 RPMs right now. I'm not sure, like, I know it's not like a, you know, a normal vehicle where you could be at, you know, 1,000 RPMs higher, but I mean, this is nice. This is comfortable. We're cruising. All right, guys, so we towed the boat, and that was fun. We got to see how well this 2.8 liter Duramax did towing that boat, but now let's put on something even heavier, which we're got to be coming in around 6,700 pounds, which is this big pig right here. And I don't know, I'm curious to see, like, what do you guys think? Is it gonna tow it? Would you tow this giant trailer, 27-foot enclosed with a 2.8 liter? Well, we're about to do it, so make sure you guys stay tuned, watch this video, and at the end of this video, I will give you a recap on how I think overall that it did. But like I keep saying, enough jibber jabbering, let's go drive. All right, guys, so trailer number 2, the big pig, is hooked up to the back of this 2.8 liter Duramax, and we are going to be getting on to the freeway right now. So let's see how this thing does. I know we'll be doing 100 in no time. Kilometers, that is. So definitely you can feel it. I mean, we're talking that we're about 6,700 pounds of weight to the back of this. And we're gonna be obviously a little bit slower getting up to speed. So as we're about to hit 50, where I wanna say at the same point in the Duramax, we were probably already up to speed. So, but I mean, overall, I mean, the acceleration is still good. I mean, it's not, I've driven way worse where they just don't wanna get up and go. And so there we go, we're up at 65 miles an hour, and we're cruising on the freeway. So now let's just see overall. I mean, it feels really nice. We are at about 2,900 RPMs, and we are at 65 miles an hour at a slight grade right now. Not anything super crazy, but you can definitely tell it's a little bit of an uphill. And so now let's go hit the big hill and see how it does. All right, so right now we are at the bottom of the hill, ready to start our incline back in the 2.8 liter Chevy Duramax engine, and we are curious to see how it's going to tow this 27-foot enclosed trailer up this hill. See how it does. So as we're continuing to go up this hill, we can definitely feel that we're slowing down. We've dropped down to about 55 miles an hour. Our RPM is at about 2,600. Overall though, I mean, it's still, I mean, this thing is towing really nice up this hill. I mean, I didn't expect it to even do this well, really, towing this giant trailer. I mean, we've just added another 2,000 pounds on it compared to what it was with the boat on there. But overall, I mean, it's still towing it really nice. And once again, this is just in drive mode. This is not in manual mode, which you would have the ability to shift this 8-speed transmission even more if that's what you decided to do. This isn't my van, so we are just cruising, and we want to give a big thumbs up and thank you to JackPine Paddle, which allowed us to use his van to make this awesome video. And he does awesome kayak adventures up in Canada, and I will make sure to put a link down below so that you guys can go on there and check out JackPine Paddle yourself. So thanks, JackPine Paddle. So as we reach the top of this hill, we're going to be at about 50 miles an hour, which is a little bit different obviously than either one of these vehicles, a little bit different than the 6.6 or than towing with this with the boat. So definitely, you know, we slowed down quite a bit, where I don't believe in the 6.6 we really slowed down much at all. I mean, it just cruised the whole way up this. So it'll be also interesting to see how the 6.0 gas does on there. And remember, keep in mind, I wanted to mention this again, is that on here, and I'll make sure I put this stuff in the link below, but we are running a 285/70/17 tire on here as well. So we're definitely running a bigger tire. That's where, you know, the benefits in doing a lower gear ratio would definitely help you a bunch if you were thinking about towing with a 2.8 liter all the time. I would definitely recommend doing gears in it. But I mean, you know, as we come up back up to the top, you know, we're back up 65 miles an hour cruising. And I felt it just downshift right there, down to 2,400 RPM. But I mean, overall, I mean, this van tows this giant trailer really nice. So overall, I'm gonna have to say that I really am digging this 2.8 liter as far as towing goes. I think for towing, you know, medium loads, it's going to work really well for that. I mean, I'm having no problem whatsoever, and as we look out on the horizon, we can kind of see, I mean, this is just, you know, some little bit of hilly roads, you know, nothing any crazy at all. And we are, as we come up to the top of this, and there we go. See, I mean, just normal highway driving. And I mean, we are cruising at 65 miles an hour, no problem whatsoever. I mean, we're cruising, one hand on the wheel, and it could be just because this thing has an awesome Weldtech Designs lift kit on it, but I'm just gonna go with because it's a Chevy Express and they drive rad, you know, and it's a full framed vehicle, which makes, you know, being able to tow a heavy load. We're at 6,800 pounds behind us right now, and this thing is towing it like a champ. Just, I feel like I could put this thing on cruise control and just cruise at 65 miles an hour. I like it, I dig it. That's all I got to say about this, you know? That's it. We'll go back, head back to the shop. We'll do a recap on both of these vans, and if you don't know what I'm talking about when I say both of these vans, because we also did the 2.8L Duramax towing the same things and how it did. So if you want to know how that van did, make sure you check out that video. And then in a future video, we are also going to do the 6.0 gas engine towing both of these. So we will have every engine in every size van covered. Well, I guess it's not totally true, because I want to say there is a 4.8 liter, like a small V8. We don't see those very often in the shop, but you know, if one does come in, heck, maybe we can ask the customer, hey, can we go do a little towing? It's like the tow challenge, you know, how will it tow? It doesn't matter what Chevy you pick, they're all awesome. All right, guys, so just to make sure that this thing is all official and that we are getting real weights, we want to show you. So there's what we're coming in with the total weight, 13,320. So what we're gonna do, go unhook the trailer, bring it back, weigh just the van to make sure that we give you an accurate weight of what we're actually towing. So let's go. Cruising in my Chevy.